All right, everybody, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. FYI, the wicked clowns will never die. All right? Keep that in mind, for the future. Anyways, today we're talking about the YNW Melly murder trial. What's new? What's new? If you need to know what's going on, kind of the backstory, the past 5 weeks of this trial, go take a gander at my other videos on my YouTube. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It really help out over here, I need some new people. Anyways, thank you for tuning in once again. Today we're going to be talking about the testimony of Traveon Glass the past 2 days. Well, he was only on the stand for a little bit 2 days ago, but I'm going to go over the last 2 or 3 days of trial. And you know what? I'm going to make fun of it. I'm just going to sit here and make fun of it. All right. Traveon Glass was another hostile witness, just like Miss Holmes was. And there was actually a couple funny moments, but there was a lot of tension between the defense and Traveon Glass. Also, I'm going to go into basically this. I mean, it's pretty hilarious. Let's watch a prosecutor try to read their YNW Melly's text with his gang affiliates or whatever you're going to call them, but basically it is like rocket science, trying to read and understand what their text messages are trying to say. Like they won't use C's because they're Bloods. They won't use C's. So if they're going to the crib, it's going to the brib, whatever. And it is hilarious. The prosecution was having this guy read all the text, and they just kept reading texts all day, just like casual texting, just like, hey man, how you doing? What the fuck are we reading this for all damn day? I really think it's going to put the jurors in. They're going to forget about a couple days ago, last week, about all the ballistics and all the evidence about showing that the shots came from in the vehicle. They go from that to 2 weeks of reading text messages that have nothing to do with incriminating him for murder.
Does Ms. Hamilton say to the defendant?
Objection. Document speaks for itself.
So he can read it and publish it?
Overruled.
Like I said before, your stupid ass blocked me. You move very effing funny. TF. We know what that means. BITCH. You know what that wasn't tagged on that girl page, but your dumbass just lie about everything. I peep every effing thing, and I always watch how a MF move, and this is how you've gone move, bitch. I'm not going to come around no more.
Bitch.
Period. Don't post me on your
Just fucking say it like I'm Rich James, bitch. Sorry.
damn Snapchat if you're scared to post me on your Instagram for your bitches, period. TF.
That ain't even.
And I won't
This
go
ain't
to
even
another
bad.
show either.
Let's try this one.
Fuck ass ho, you don't. FWN, which means fuck ass ho, you don't. FWN, which means fuck with me. Anyways, you just use me like the rest to do keep all that shit ho on God, on my mama. He was on her shit.
Okay. So, continue on to the next message from Melly.
I don't know. I just find it hilarious. Them just reading, like it's some corny white guy just trying to read these blood gang members' text messages, and it's just not working out.
Montana, and this one is at November 9th, 2027, 26.
And I just want to tell you, for a whole week, they've just been going over message after message, and it's nothing about a murder. I get it. I guess they're trying to, I don't know, prove that he's a gang member, but most of it was just typical text messaging. And also,
UTC. And that message here from Melly, Montana again. What does this one say?
You know I don't want Fort Brown, yay, like that stupid asshole.
The next message, which is then 20.
for some reason, the text messages go from bottom to top instead of like, the other way.
2723 UTC for the record from Again, Melly Montana.
Shit deeper than just bitches.
Yes.
So continuing up.
I'm sorry to all the bitches out there, but it's not all about you and you.
Moving on to Friday, November 9th, 2029, 20 UTC, 2018. Message from Melly Montana to, again, that baby.
Yeah.
What does that one say?
You don't fuck with me anyways. I peeped it. You can slide, but God knows I wasn't in her shit. N-word will end real dumb. Breaking your shit, you spoiled everything was given to you, you bitch. You act like a N-word, oh some bitch slide. I keep Borton with cuz at the end of the day, he did one of the realest shit in my life.
Okay.
So Bort is actually the co-defendant, and Melly mentioned several times about Bortland doing the realest shit ever. He's like, he did the unthinkable for me. I have his back for life, and like Bortland really did something to, ride to show his loyalty.
So this argument continues on, so you described it. So the response to that from that baby to Melly.Montana, which is on 20/30/26, Friday, November 9th, 2018. What is her response?
Oh, I am. Stop messaging. There's nothing else to say. Still peep everything, hun, and I says it's fine.
The response from Melly.Montana on Friday, November 9th, 2030.
Yeah, so I mean, just all day, just reading messages. Then today, they were just going back and forth. They actually had a guy and a girl to do it. So the girl would read the woman's messages and the guy would read the men's messages, and they were just going back and forth all day. Like I'll play a little example of what they were doing all day.
Ending in 6942, sent August 30th, 2018 at 11:50 a.m. No, I'm not your actions I take up for you. I have people telling me your son doesn't care about you or love you. I always say you just finding your way, and I know you love, even though you hurt me and don't see how much I sacrifice for you every day. I argue with people about talking trash about you, even though people say he would not take up for you like that.
See, look, the title of the blue on the way bottom is Brazy Lady instead of Crazy Lady. Can't use a C. Can't be doing that. And just all day, just going
Melt fat
back.
like butter with
They
this new
hit me.
powerful military invention.
Doke.
This
They
$69
hit me
special
with the
forces
okey
device
doke.
turns.
Yeah, just they're on a sidebar.
6942, sent August 30th, 2018 at 11:33 a.m. I was asleep. Phone number ending in 6942, sent August 30th, 2018, 11:34 a.m. How is his sister going on social media talking about punching me in face, my fault?
Phone number 9807, sent 8/30/2018 at 11:37 a.m. You started it by texting his mama. It's going to be problems. And not even knowing what you talking about. You a grown-ass lady doing childish shit, ain't no one telling you to text her. She minding her business going to work, you fucking with her.
Dude, I'm sorry, but the judge is letting too much shit in. I mean, this is fucking crazy. If I was a juror listening to two inadequate, well, they're not even inadequate, but reading gang fucking texts is inadequate. All day, all week. And I even heard them say it on Law and Crime. They're like, they fucking hit them with some like real crucial shit last week, and then they want to just come all this week and fucking hit us with text messages back and forth, nothing about a murder. Okay? And then I'm gonna dive right into Traveon Glass. So he was making beats for one of the YNW musicians. I don't think it was for Melly directly, but he was at the studio with Melly and them the night of the murder, the morning of, night of, depending how you look at 4 a.m. He was with him, and he was on the stand the other day, and so here's him testifying about them leaving the studio.
Rewind the video, but you had a chance to look at the face of the.
So this is them leaving the studio right before the murders happened. A couple of them got in the red car, YNW Melly and Christopher and the other victim and Bortland got in that darker colored Jeep on the left, and that's where the murder took place.
Individual wearing what appears to be a white shirt and blue shorts. Okay. Continuing to publish.
So that's him in the white shirt and the purple blue shorts. That's Traveon Glass. There's Melly.
I'm pausing the video at 2:18:41. Do you see that individual carrying something across his shoulder, wearing what appears to be a blue jacket? Do you see that person on the video?
I see the back of his head.
Do you see the back of the head of the person wearing the jeans jacket?
Correct.
Was that person the same person that you previously identified in states?
Sustain, rephrase it.
Okay. We previously looked in state 72 at an individual you identified as Melly.
Objection.
Sustain.
Do you see the jacket in states 72, image number 3?
Traveon.
The front of that jacket?
Yeah.
You see that jacket in states image 1 of state 72.
I see the same thing y'all see.
I see the same thing y'all see, man. He did not want to be there. And I don't blame
We
him.
spoke about this, Mr. Glass.
Understand now.
Blame him. That's Melly. And they're trying to say he was wearing the same jacket.
You ask questions, all right?
I'm asking questions, Mr. Glass, and I'm just asking you to respond if you have knowledge. Is that jacket that was in image number 1 and image number 3 the jacket that Melly was wearing on October 26th of 2018?
To the best of my knowledge.
To the best of your knowledge, yes or no?
Yes.
All right. So that was probably the least combative video testimony of with Traveon Glass. All right. Traveon Glass, defense cross. All right, so let's go. Let's just go from the beginning of when Traveon Glass got on the stand and the defense was going to cross-examine him. Look at basically the tension.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The defense counsel, who you'll hear talking but won't see, that's Traveon Glass right there. You're going to hear the defense say good morning, and Traveon Glass is just not going to say good morning. Then he's going to say it again, and he's just going to shake his head. Watch.
Morning, Mr. Glass. Morning, sir.
I don't want to be here.
I wanted to show you what the state
They're forcing all these people to
admitted
testify, by the way,
States 83.
which is putting them in a bad spot, because when it's gang affiliated situations, I mean, and they're being, because everyone that's been testifying has pretty much been subpoenaed and locked up in order to testify. So they have no choice. Miss Holmes, in the last video, no choice.
You just took a peek at this and identified the participants as being you. You thought it looked like you were talking to yourself because you were the only one typing. There were no responses, at least on the first page, correct?
Objection to counsel testimony.
Sustain.
There are no responses to this, to your text on this first page.
No.
On the second page, the
They're
state
going
was
over-
discussing that essentially you were inquiring of Mr. Demons Melly what had gone on, because
So basically, he's texting Melly, asking him what happened, and I don't know. There's like kind of accusations going on, and Melly's like, "I would never do that. What the fuck?"
you were trying to get information, right?
Yeah.
And you see a conversation here where you get a response. I'm going to direct your attention to.
I didn't think I cut the video off, but basically YNW Fetty Fargo, which is Traveon Glass, is kind of asking him what happened, what's going on. And YNW Melly's talent, which is Jamel Demons, is saying, man, I showed them all so much love, like I would never hurt them, blah, blah, blah. And I guess the defense felt it necessary to bring that up. I don't know. Check this tension out. He was mean mugging the defense.
There are several instances in which Miss Smith, prosecutor, that questioned you, showed you a statement that you previously gave.
Did you see how he threw that in to remind him that the prosecution's the one that sequestered him?
Remember that?
Yes.
And you told us you remember seeing me in a deposition not too long ago.
I said what?
You remember seeing me last week on Friday?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. And you recalled at the time that your statement to the detectives was a few days after the incident.
You say, do I recall?
That's what your recollection was at the time.
Yes.
A couple of days after.
A couple of days after.
And now after seeing the statement, you realize that it was 4 months later, right?
You say what?
The statement you gave to police. That
You're telling me it was 4 months?
It was
Or
4
you
months
asking
later.
me?
Pardon me?
You telling me or asking me?
I'm asking.
That don't make sense. For you to ask me if I told you it was 3 to 4 days after they died, why are you asking me if it was 4 months if I just told you?
Okay. So, in the statement that you gave to police back then, you claimed that you had gotten into the red vehicle in the rear seat, right?
It's 5 years ago. To the best of my knowledge, yeah, that's what I said.
You're saying the statement was a few days after, right?
What did you
The statement that you gave to the police was a few days after the incident,
Yes.
and you said then that you had gotten into the rear of the red vehicle.
To the best of my knowledge, yes.
Okay. And then you watched this trial unfold on TV over the last couple of weeks, right?
No.
You didn't watch
just
any of
now
the
I
trial?
watched it, but
Yo, I just now realized I had the wrong ticker going on the bottom.
Get into the red vehicle, right?
correct.
And
Of course.
you learned that the statement that you gave a few days after
We're
the
not.
incident was wrong.
Because I said I was in the back and I was in the front.
Yes, exactly that.
That piece.
Yes, that piece.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Okay, so your recollection had begun to fail.
This was like the most least tension.
You only a few days
Like this
after the
moment.
incident
Objection.
as regards that issue, at least.
Objection to counsel testifying, Mr. Patrick.
You forgot where you sat in the vehicle a few days after.
Objection to counsel testifying.
You can answer
Answer what?
that question. Is that correct,
Did
sir?
I forget?
Did you
Or
forget?
did I have made a mistake and say I was in the back and remember that I was in the front?
So when you told the law enforcement officers that you had gotten into the back of the vehicle a few days after the incident,
That's what I thought, to the best of my knowledge.
that's what you thought. Okay. And when you got to Melly's house that morning, You had a key?
Did you have a key?
Did you have a key?
No, I didn't. Did you?
No, I didn't.
Who had a key?
I don't know.
You know of anybody having a key to Melly's house?
I don't know.
Okay. But you did gain entrance to that house that morning when you were leaving after you left the studio.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said you just went and crashed and went to sleep in Judy's room. Right?
Factual.
Okay. And you were awakened by your friend Drew.
I did not say that.
Were you awakened by your friend Drew?
I said I was waiting by phone calls.
Okay.
I was wakened by phone calls that were made by my friend Drew. Anyways, here's a lighter moment. They started grilling him. Hey, how much weed you smoke? How much weed you smoke? And he's like, none. Did you smoke today? No. And then after it's over, he goes, I should have smoked.
You've never seen Melly with a gun.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Move to strike.
Here's disregard the last question.
Have you ever seen Melly with a gun?
Objection, Your
I
Honor.
sustain the objection.
Have you ever seen Track with a gun?
Possibly. Yes. Maybe. Maybe so.
You don't know of any friction between Melly and Anthony Davis at any time, Anthony Williams at any time.
Not that I know of.
And you don't know of any friction between Melly and Christopher Thomas at any time.
Not that I know of.
And you don't know of any friction that occurred at the studio that night that would cause anybody to get murdered.
Objection, Your Honor. Call for speculation.
Sustained.
You didn't see any friction at the studio that night of any magnitude?
I did.
You did?
I didn't.
Okay, you did. With respect to your daily marijuana regimen, did you smoke before you came here today?
I did not.
I have nothing. Thank you.
I should have.
Council's
First time.
Here today?
That lightened it up a little bit. You know, did you smoke today?
Before you came here today?
I did not.
I have nothing. Thank you.
I should have.
You know, that lightened the load a little bit. Things were getting a little tense, if I must say. All right, so basically that's what I got. I got a little bit more.
Did you ever make a statement differently where you claimed that you were awakened by Drew?
Objection. Counsel testifying.
You know, I really liked Melly's defense counsel up until this. You know, I don't know. They're just, I don't know.
Proper impeachment.
Overruled. Do you understand the question, sir?
I don't even remember getting asked a question.
All right, restate your question.
Did you ever make a statement to the police?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall now being asked this question and giving this answer?
Objection to improper impeachment.
Overruled.
Question by the detective then. And so when you first saw Drew, when did you see him? Where did you see him at? Your house or Fredo's house? Answer, at the house in Miramar. At Melly's house. Okay. He woke me up. It was like, come to the hospital.
Then this relates to the last bit of testimony when he said that he was woken up by phone calls. They're going back to his deposition and saying, no, you said that he woke you up in person.
You said that.
I don't recall.
Don't recall. Okay. When we spoke to you last week, you said you were awakened by phone calls from Christopher Thomas's mom, right?
Plenty of phone calls.
That's one of the
And,
victims.
pardon me?
Different people.
Different people. And the one that you answered was Ricky? So you were awakened by a phone call from Ricky?
To the best of my knowledge.
Okay. So as you recall it today, Ricky is the one that woke you up with phone calls, not Drew that woke you up in person.
Correct.
Okay. So you smoke a lot of marijuana, right?
Possibly.
Well, you smoke it anytime you get a chance, I think is how you phrase it.
It's your answer. Yeah.
That was your answer.
I smoke when I smoke.
You smoke when you smoke?
Yeah.
And when's that?
When I smoke.
And when was that?
When I smoke.
How many times a day?
Objection to asking.
When I smoke.
Overruled.
Twice, 3 times, maybe.
Okay. And on the night in...
And that's basically what led up to the question about how much he smokes and did he smoke today? No. Well, I should have. God damn, I should have. Let's listen to a little bit of the defense trying to read the texts like idiots.
I see it.
That statement. It says, I show them niggas more love than their parents. Right? You see that?
I see it, bro.
Okay. Thank you.
I see it, bro. Okay. Thank you.
And the next statement by the next message in sequence is again from Melly, and it says TF. What does that mean?
You tell me.
Okay.
This is a little better. At least there's a witness who was involved in the text instead of what the prosecution was doing and just reading all his texts to the jury, putting them to sleep. It's been 5 weeks, man, and we're gonna spend a week fucking going over texts that have nothing to do with murder.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay. So you were having a conversation and you didn't understand the
I don't know what
response.
TF means.
Okay. You didn't understand that response. Correct?
Just said it.
Okay. And then there's another one that says, man, tell them fuck that. If they think I did some shit like that, we can go to war. Nigga, you know I would never do nothing like that. See that?
So this defense attorney's part black, so he can actually say the N-word. The other one didn't. Anyone can say it, but they just chose not to. I don't blame them.
That's it.
Also, but I will say they were texting the word cracker back and forth, talking shit about crackers real easy, and it wasn't hard for them to say that.
Okay.
Just saying. I thought I had that in here.
So,
Cracker shit. Guess not.
Statement mentioned that you got arrested recently and charged criminally. Correct?
Correct.
And on May 30th, not too long ago, of this year.
Yeah.
And one of the charges that was made against you was obstruction of the service of the execution of a search warrant. You're aware of that?
I am now.
Pardon me?
I am now.
Okay. So you got charged and you had no idea what you were charged with?
Correct.
Okay. And you are now out on pretrial release?
I bonded out, sir.
Okay. And while you were on bond, you are of the opinion that if you don't come here,
I'll be in jail.
Objection, Your Honor, following.
That's the only reason I am.
Excuse me. What happens is when they make an objection, just wait before you answer. Objection, no, it's overruled. Proceed.
Gotcha.
You're of the impression that if you don't come here and sit in that chair and testify, you're gonna go to jail.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, everyone that testified is basically they have to be there. They don't really have an option, all right? And that's where the tension lies. All right. Last thing I guess I'll just throw in there. There's a phone call with Melly and his mom, and apparently he mentions to her to delete text messages.
To disconnect, press 2. Thank you for using Securus. You may start the conversation now.
Hard to hear.
Hello? Hey, Mom. Hey, baby. Why didn't you just call my phone where I got my credit card linked to?
Like she had his
You should
phone.
have called my phone, baby, because I put money on my phone. It's money on my phone. No, you out of money. It said that this account was empty. I just put my credit card on your phone now.
Yeah, yeah, you could have. Oh, yeah, my credit card is equivalent.
Yeah, I don't know your credit card number because it asks for like your expiration date and your zip code. I don't know what your stuff is that's linked to that card. What is 7-Eleven? Like 7-Eleven nearby. What you doing, baby?
Yeah, I'm driving. If you just my credit card, I'm gonna give you my credit card number.
Well, I'm trying to get back your phone because he said I'll be answering the phone like I'm supposed to.
And we gonna be working and all that.
Yeah. Oh, he just said he loves you. Keep your head up, and everything. And then, yeah, Peasy. Where's been checking your phone? I ain't been reading your stuff, but you got like text messages from him. I didn't know if you want me to call him or anything on three-way or.
I mean, you call Justin Combs through.
Who is that? Hold on. You got your number?
He did it, son. Yeah, it's in my phone. Justin Combs.
Oh, P. Diddy's son. Okay. Hey,
I'm at the bridge. The bridge went up. I should not get it. The bridge.
Okay, yeah, we put in the GPS for 7-Eleven. Okay, yeah, So I go under contact, I go under Justin.
Yeah.
What's the number? It said I need facial recognition.
762-556.
7. Oh my God, I'm trying to drive, I'm trying to do this. Hold on. 7.
Yeah, she's getting into his
2,
phone to
5,
delete
6.
some messages.
Yeah, Mariah, can you drive real quick? I just like, hold on, I'm about to have Mariah drive so I can do this for you. Because I'm trying to.
Okay, so
Yeah, I don't know. I can't hear shit. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Basically, the long story short, I didn't like the testimony. I thought it was all whack. It was fucking annoying, and they got to the meat and potatoes last week, and then now they're just fucking playing with our heads with these texts. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, share.